When we last saw Ed and Joe, the furniture guys, the console table was repaired and sanded. So let's join our favorite furniture repair duo as they tackle part 2 of this amazing faux finish project.
The repairs are done. That's the sound we know. When the repairs are dry and done, the fill is done, and now we need to seal the pores because you want the pores to be sealed so it takes the next color properly.
Well, not only that, but this is porous, the fill, and we want to seal that, and the best way to seal that is with shellac or a real seal. You just set the seal right on here.
And it played that sound.
Exactly.
That's the seal's horn.
I know. Don't tell them I got it. So this is shellac. It's made by Zinsser. They're great, and it's a
We don't get a penny for saying that.
It's a 4-pound cut, which means 4 pounds of shellac flakes, actual flakes, amber flakes, are dissolved in 1 gallon of alcohol. Too thick to work with at first for sealing like this. So what I've done is I've taken a little bit and
amber flakes,
and I've put some denatured alcohol in here to cut it, which we call a spit coat or a wash coat. So now I'm going to paint this over the fill.
And look how it's bringing out the color of the wood.
Yeah,
of course, it's not bringing out the color of the fill because the fill has no color you want to see, but that fill's going to be colored very soon.
Now, once this dries, I'll sand it lightly, and then we're going to do the next step, which is doing actual paint on top of this.
Now, many people use shellac as the finish, i.e. the last thing they put on, which is why it's called a finish. But sometimes it's used halfway through in order to prepare for the next step, which you will see.
Look at all these dark spots on here, burns and all kinds of stuff. That's all going to go away.
Oh, it gives it a lovely patina.
It's part of the charm of the piece.
Absolutely right. Charge more for less. Are you done that spot?
I'm getting to it.
All right,
But I got to sand all the way over here. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. That's the way you do it.
Hey, we're back. We have filled the pores with a sealer coat of shellac in the last segment. Now we're sanding that off smoothly with fine sandpaper. And I'm putting this can down to show you that we have bought from Michael Lonsdale and Robert De Niro a can of Ronin.
John Frankenheimer, great film. But I sanded this with a 320. We use 60 to rough it up and to sand off the fill. This is 320. This is finishing paper. It's silicon carbide. Brush that off, Maestro.
Brush it off,
there you
and
go.
now we're ready for the flat
And for
black.
painting, I'm using the Ronin color, as Ed said, and these are flat. They dry flat. These are used by scenic painters for plays and movies. And I've put some of the solid covering lamp black in here. And it really is a dark black.
Now, it's called Japan colors because Japanese monks hundreds of years ago figured out how to make paint, lacquer paint, that dried very quickly. So those dryers, those actual...
Right in my ear it's going.
...ingredients came to be known as Japan dryers. So when you buy something that's called a Japanese color, know that it's a paint that dries very quickly, which means you can either build up levels, so to make it very thick, or do something to it, which we will be doing in the next segment. We're going to come back and do faux to it, a fantasy finish to the top.
In essence, is a primer for this kind of finish. And these, as I said, they dry flat. It's a Japan color, dries very fast. These you can make stains out of these. You can add these to varnishes and make pigmented varnishes or polys.
So you can make your own paint with a Japan color and a pigment. So when we come back, fantasy faux finishes with an X on the end.
You got to paint the base as well.
I love watching them work. It's coming along so well, but they are not done yet. Join us this Friday right here on Midday Maryland to see the final transformation. And don't forget that you can get more information and tips from the Furniture Guys by visiting their website, thefurnitureguys.tv. We'll be right back with more Midday Maryland right after this. Stay tuned.